So Dragos has submitted a page for us to review today, and I like this page largely because it's doing many things right. It's not featuring a hero shot with a rotating banner at the top. It goes right to a compelling headline, and from there a little bit of information in a paragraph, and then a call to action. I'm going to focus only on the top of this page. I want to focus on the headline. It's a better headline than many that I read, and yet it has weaknesses that we can correct. First of all, let's read it together. We've helped over 300,000 people recover their lost iPhone data. Let us help you too. The first problem with this headline is that the most important point is what we call point middle in the sentence. It's not at the beginning, it's not at the end. People come here obviously because they have a problem and they're trying to recover their lost iPhone data. You should begin with something strong in the beginning that focuses on that solution. We've helped over 300,000 people, doesn't matter yet. And it starts with me, we've, company-centric thinking, the wrong way to approach this. That first headline has to start with what somebody gets. You may not need to use the word get, but you've got to imply what you will get, recovering your lost iPhone data. The other problem with this headline is it's trying to say too much. This would be much stronger with a headline, subheadline style. You might begin with recover your lost iPhone data in less than, or some sort of powerful sentence, and then we've helped over 300,000 people just like you, ellipse, or something of that nature. Now, I'm not writing the headline. I'm trying to give you a sense of what will make this headline even more powerful. I would recommend headline, subheadline, and then I would make certain that paragraph beneath pops. I would also use something bold in that paragraph below to give it an eye path and make it easy to land at these two calls to action. Now, I see you have the free download and the purchase now. I'm assuming because you're awaiting the free download that that's your primary objective of the page. If that's the primary objective of your page, then you may want to also quietly address, perhaps beneath the button where you already have the 4.5-star rating, some of the primary friction or anxiety someone would have. For instance, is this download completely working? Do you send it to me instantly? Do I have to wait for an email? All the things that people worry about when it comes to free downloads, it's best if you can answer them in 2 or 3 compelling points, either beneath the button or just below the button, but they might indeed, combined with a strong headline, increase the amount of people who interact with the top 4 inches of this page. Now, we could talk about what happens after this, and it's very interesting. I see how you've laid the page out, and I think we have issues down all in this area of what can you recover, who uses our software, functionality, features. This parallel layout of text has always hurt conversion in the long run in many of the thousands of experiments that we run here inside of Marketing Experiments and MEC Labs. But may I suggest to you that the focus of today is just the top, and that if you'll get those key pieces right, they can make a difference. For those of you that have your own pages listening to this, you should do the same thing. Remember, a headline is designed to engage people in the content below. It must do 2 things: capture attention and convert it to interest. It's a bit like a pickup line. It initiates conversation, which is the first step in initiating relationship. Think of your headline as your opportunity to get someone to engage with you in a conversation, and you'll build more powerful, more effective headlines. In addition, make certain that you begin with them, not with yourself, and emphasize the benefit in the beginning of the sentence, not in the middle. And use a major headline, a subheadline, because that subheadline is an even more subtle transition into the key text below. Then make certain everything in the text below is designed to emphasize your value proposition. And then, as you give someone the call to action, be certain that you minimize anxiety and friction by disclaiming the key fears that they might have at this point. Put all of that together, and you can take a good headline and make a great headline. More importantly, you can make the top 4 to 5 inches of your page incredibly powerful.